Tony, job done. Could have been a banana skin, but from the start, getting the early goal put you on the front foot where you wanted to be.
Yeah, trust my luck. The hubber, as they say, good start after work. So yeah, no, it was. Paddy O'Connor finished off a goal well, and if there was any nervousness, which I don't think there was, it allowed us to settle in and get going. And I think that was important, And thereafter, I think, while parts of the game were sloppy, no doubt, and maybe some of the finishing, particularly later on in the game, was sloppy, I actually thought we played a lot of good football there, with a lot of good passions to play. So very pleased.
36 points scored in the last 2 games in Championship football. You can't be too disappointed about that.
No, I'm not disappointed at all about that. I know that parts of our game, people often look at our game and say, okay, you're defensively sound, but you need to work on the forwards, or sometimes they say, your forwards need to do more, whatever. But I think we now have Colin McFadden in doing some work with us here in Sligo as a forwards coach, and you can see the work now that Colin is doing, So there are aspects of our play that we needed to take out from last year, and we're working on that. And to be honest, I think those hours that Colin and others have put in are actually now translating to on the field, and the players begin to learn that and getting a bit more movement and coordination about them. So I suppose you have to work with these things, but it's good to see them happening on the field and getting results from it.
There was one thing we mentioned in the league campaign was the lack of goals. 4 goals in the last 2 games. You must be happy with that as well.
Yeah, listen, the goal thing doesn't particularly annoy me that much once we're creating opportunities. 4 points, we scored 20 points in the previous game and 15 points today. So we are racking up scoring opportunities. I know goals is going to come, and I'm entirely fine with that. So it doesn't stress me much. I think against the higher division teams now, such as Roscommon or Galway that we played, the goal chances are going to be few and far between. So it's still important that we continue to put that ball over the bar and try and get 12, 15, 18 points a match.
You mentioned at the start of the year with the idea was to get to out of the Division 4, and second, I'm sure, it was to get to a county final and be in the Sam Maguire Cup, which most teams want to be playing.
Yeah, that was our goals in the start of the year. We've now achieved that, but unfortunately we're not stopping there. We are looking forward to this All-Ireland series. We're looking forward to the county final. We're looking forward to testing ourselves against all these good teams. We believe we have the qualities required to do that, Gavin, and I think the challenge is set by the players, and that's something that they're driving as much as it is that myself and the rest of the management team are driving. So I think this is a great opportunity for Sligo, not just to showcase ourselves, but also to test ourselves against these good teams and see where we're made of, and see where our flaws are against the better outfits.
It's been a powerful week for Sligo football, winning the Connacht under 20 and now getting into a Connacht final. It seems to be going in the right direction. Sligo football at the minute.
It certainly is. When you also include the schools and on the great work that's on the schools by Colin and Mark Rehney and other people like that there, I think Sligo football is certainly in a good place at the minute. And no matter what way you look, the football seems to be progressing. We would hope that conveyor belt will continue to come. And we hope that the people in Sligo who supported us massively today, like there was 5,600 at that game today, so I think that's brilliant to see, and long may it last.
And it was an opportunity to give you game time to some players that maybe felt that maybe weren't given a chance as yet, like so Joe Keane got on, and you got Mark Walsh on as well. He didn't play in London as well. There are 2 more players that you got to see today as well.
So Joe and Jack Levins today. That was the first game. That was the first game that they played in Championship football. So the debutants today. So I'm delighted for the 2 of them there as last year's under 20s to try and come through and get a Championship start. Other fellas then to come on, all good game time throughout the year. And so, listen, it's very hard to appease an entire bench in relation to giving them game time. So I don't know where to go with this except to say that I'm pleased that whoever comes on is doing the job and continue to impress. Because we very much need every one of our 38 players, or the 35 or 6 that's fit at least. We need every one of them pushing this thing on, because we have a big 6 or 8 or 10 weeks, whatever it is, ahead of us now.
And there's one player in particular I thought stood out from a fellow.
Finian, was it?
Not Finian, but to Brian Cox, where he felt it's not too long in the setup.
Yeah, probably.
That he was marking a season campaigner in Shane Carty, who's been around Dublin panels, and he didn't let him do any damage at all.
No, Shane was obviously picked out from the Leitrim game, and Shane somebody who played really well against Leitrim. And he was saying he was somebody we wanted to mark today, and Cox did that. And I thought Cox was outstanding today, I have to say. I thought he was brilliant. Worked hard, contributed a lot handsomely to our game as well as stopping Shane play. So yeah, Brian did really well.
And just last word then, approaching that Connacht final which you're in now, is there any worries and injuries? David Quinn, did he miss the game squad through injury? Or
yeah, but all the injuries at the minute are being cleared up except for two fellas who had recent surgery, which is Barry Gorman and Aidan Devaney, who had recent surgery. So I'd say that everybody else will be cleared and hopefully train this week.
Cheers, thanks very much. Well done, Tony.
Gavin.